Good afternoon, my dear JEE warriors. Do let me know if I'm audible and visible in the chat box quickly right now. Ganvi, Karnataka, hello Anu, Prashu, Abhishek. So sorry for the delay, but I hope we are audible and visible. Everyone, Vivek, Chaitu, Ganvi, everyone. Yes, relativity. Yes, very good, very good. Yeah. So let's begin with the discussion. Yes, good afternoon, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, my dear warriors. So sorry for the delay. The reason is, I'm not in the Bangalore office right now. So, there was some technical difficulty when I was trying to connect. So that's why we had to shift the timings a little bit. But now we are here. So let's begin quickly with the physics paper discussion. And here comes the first question on your screen. Just check this out if this is the first question. Everyone? Very good, very good. Awesome, awesome. So let's start with the discussion, guys. Come on. This was the first question, which was directly theoretical based. Which of the following cannot be explained by the wave nature of light? So diffraction, spreading of light, obviously wave nature. Photoelectric effect is particle nature, photons. Interference is also wave nature. Polarization is also wave nature. So hence the answer should be photoelectric effect. How many of you got it? How many of you got it? Very good, very good, very good. Wait, just let me put my chat box here properly. 1 second. Yes, very nice. Now I'm able to see the chats. Okay, great. So moving on to the next question, guys, coming up on your screen. Okay, next question. Here it is. What is this? It says when a DC supply is connected to an inductor and the current is passing is 5 amperes. Find the power across the AC if the peak voltage is 200 volts and it is applied across and inductive reactance is 20√3. See, in the first particular scenario, what you can notice is that when you apply a DC voltage, the current passing through it is 5 amperes. That means the particular inductor has some resistance across it. So if you apply 100 volts and the current passing through it is 5 amperes, there is some resistance involved. So that resistance will be voltage by the current. Voltage is 100, current is 5. So therefore the resistance should be 20 ohms. Now what has been done is you connect the same inductor with that resistance but to a AC source. So this is basically 20 ohms. And now you have connected it to a AC source of how much voltage? Basically 200 volts. 200 volts. So obviously there will be XL. There will be some inductive reactance also. And it is given that the inductive reactance, is basically how much? 20√3. It is already given. This is 20√3 ohms. Okay, perfect. Question is, what is the power across it? So let me just quickly draw a power triangle. To find the impedance of this. Resistance is always horizontal, so it will come over here. Reactance is always in the vertical direction, so you will put 20√3 over here. So guys, what must this angle be? This is 20√3, this is 20. Tan of which angle will give you √3? Obviously tan of 60 degree will give you √3. So this is basically the phase difference between the voltage and the current, right? Now what will you do? Now the power which will be there, it will be nothing but VRMS square or VRMS IRMS cos phi also you can do, which you can also write it as VRMS square by your resistance. That is one way. Or you can just put VRMS IRMS into cos of phi, That voltage which you have applied is basically 200. Current is nothing but the voltage divided by the impedance. Current is the total voltage by the impedance. So it will be nothing but 200 divided by the impedance. How much will the impedance be, guys? How much will the impedance be? This is 20, this is 20√3. How much will that impedance be? Come on. How much will that impedance be? Do the math. Yes, it will be 40. Very good. It will be 40 ohms. 20 square plus 20√3 whole square will give you 1600. Take the square root of it. It will be nothing but 40 ohms. So the impedance is basically 40 and cos of basically 60 degree. Check it out. What is the answer that you are getting? Bhavesh is saying option B. Anisha is also saying option B. What about others? Is it true? Option B or something else? No. Option B is not correct. Option C is correct, says Sadvik. Yes, let's find out whether you guys are correct or wrong. Let's find out, guys. I think you should get either B or C, one of them. The answer is C, 250 watts. The answer is C, 250 watts. Okay, clear? I showed you how to solve it. When you connect a DC voltage, there is an internal resistance which we found out. Then when you connect AC, the resistance and the inductive reactance will give you a total impedance, and we constructed the triangle. From that we found out every other detail. Power is V I cos phi. V was given, I is voltage by impedance, and phi we found out by the triangle. Cool. Let's move on to the next one. Find the maximum speed in the case of SHM while time period and amplitude are given to be this and this respectively. In order to find the maximum speed in case of SHM, the maximum speed, remember, is A omega, and omega is nothing but 2 pi divided by time period. So amplitude is how much? 0.06 into 2 multiplied by pi, which is 3.14, divided by the time period is also 3.14. Is also nothing but 3.14. 3.14 cancels. 0.06 into 2. What is it? It's going to be just 0.12. Isn't it? It's just going to be 0.12, which is nothing but option C. Very, very simple. Directly A omega, and omega is 2 pi by time period. Very good, Anup. Awesomeness. Awesomeness. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Here it is. What does it say? It says basically a bullet is fired with some speed, I think, and it loses some kinetic energy, and it enters with this speed and exits with this speed. Question is, find the loss of the kinetic energy. I mean, such a laddu question, can you believe it? The loss of the kinetic energy is half m, V1 square minus half m basically V2 square. That's it. Half is half. Mass, I can take it common, which is 50 grams. So 50 into 10 to the power minus 3. V1 and V2. What is V1? It is basically 100. V2 is basically 40. That's it. That is the loss. Very, very straightforward, guys. Such an easy question came. And what was the answer for this? What was the answer for this? Come on, come on, come on, my dear warriors. Yes. Short questions and the last lap revision has helped a lot, says Deadlocks Cinematics. I'm so glad that it has helped all of you, and even if you got 2 questions from that, I mean, imagine 8 marks. 8 marks will push up your rank like anything, really. So yes, that is the correct answer, 210 joules. Yep, option B, very good. Very easy to solve these kind of questions, right? Imagine, I think this was one of the easiest questions which we are getting from all the shifts that I am seeing. Okay, physical quantities and their dimensional formula. How many times did I tell you that in the match the following, usually they give you units, dimensions, or thermodynamics, processes, graphs, or even the phasor diagrams came this time in the last shift. So torque is same as the dimension of energy. So guys, so it will be nothing but, just check it out. 1 is going with R. Check it out. 1 is going basically with R. That is the dimension of energy. Yes, m raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2. And see, if 2 is going with S, magnetic moment with S. Now, how do you find the dimension of magnetic moment? There could be many ways of doing it. I can write it as basically magnetic moment is number of turns into current into area. Turns has no dimensions. Turns has no dimensions. Current is nothing but ampere. And this is area, so length square. So length square. So length square is there, ampere raised to 1 is there, perfect. Magnetic field and angular momentum. Even if you get for angular momentum, your job is done. Your job is done for the remaining part. So guys, angular momentum, see if it goes with Q. Angular momentum, because angular momentum is MRV. This is having m raised to 1. This is having L raised to 1. This is having L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1. So m raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 1. M raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 1. So obviously the remaining part obviously the remaining part will be for the magnetic field. Even if you do not know, you can directly get, you know, the dimensions for the rest of the three. The remaining, you know, whatever option is there, that would be for the magnetic field. But even if you had to find for the magnetic field, what would you do? You will use this F is equal to ILB formula. From this you can get the dimension of B using F by IL. Force is in Newton, current is in ampere, length is in meters. So from that you can get the dimensions for magnetic field. Is that okay? Simple? Okay. Moving on to the next question on your screen now. It was permeability. Okay, even if it was permeability, you can use magnetic field is equal to mu naught I by 2R. Correct? Mu naught I by 2R. You can use that also. Yes. Or, yeah. That formula you can use. No issues. In fact, in one of the previous shifts, I think I had shown you that permeability, permittivity, how to get it. So for permittivity, use F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. For permeability, you can use, you know, your magnetic field is mu naught I by 2R. That is a really good option that you have. Yeah. Hey, Python Pro, I am looking at you, man. Python Pro. Why should I look at a snake? I am scared of snakes. Please change your name. Particles of mass m by 2, m, 2m, 4m are having momentum, then which of the particle will have maximum kinetic energy? Okay, so what do we do in this case? Kinetic energy, remember, is momentum square by 2m. All of them are having same momentum, so that means kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass. So which will have maximum kinetic energy? The one which has least mass. Who has the least mass among all of them? It is m by 2. So I think it is D for Dr. Guys, really this question came. Okay, sweetie, if it was percentage loss, then basically you found the loss, divided with the initial energy and multiply by 100. Okay, so you found out the loss anyways, divided by initial and multiply by 100, you will get the percentage loss. Main thing is understanding the concept. Yes, so this was such an easy question which came. I was really surprised. This I think is the easiest shift. Yeah. All right, moving on. In the first question, there was reflection also. What was the first question? In the first question, there was reflection. Where? Here? Acha. Oh, here. Reflection. Yeah, even if it is reflection, it will be wave theory. Okay. So, you can, you remember, Huygens principle was able to explain reflection of light. Correct? Huygens principle was able to explain reflection of light, and Huygens principle is basically your wave theory. Correct? Okay. Now, next question. Minimum kinetic energy required for a body of mass m to go to infinity from the Earth's surface. Well, what we can do in this particular question is, if you are on the Earth's surface and you want to go to infinity, so here you are giving some kinetic energy. So that kinetic energy is what has been asked. The potential energy over here will be minus gmm divided by r. When you go to infinity, final energy will be 0. Potential energy will also be 0. So that's it. We can just use conservation of energy principle. K1 plus U1 is equal to Kf plus Uf. This is 0. This is also 0. K1 I don't know. U1 is nothing but minus gmm divided by r. So K1 will be basically gmm divided by r. So gmm divided by r is option B for IIT Bombay. Yes, Bhavesh, very good. Excelente. Very good, Sadhvik. Yes, that is the correct answer, my dear warriors. Perfecto. Let's just check if it is right. Yes, it is correct. Yes, it is correct. gmm divided by r, like you can see. Awesome. Shall we go ahead to the next question, guys? Coming up on your screen. Okay, perfecto. Let's see. What is the next question? Here it is. What is the expression for the electric field on the surface of a uniformly charged shell of surface charge density sigma and radius r? So, on the surface, they have asked it on the surface. So, electric field on the surface is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, the charge divided by basically the radius square. Now, if you notice, q divided by 4 pi r square, I can keep it together, and 1 by epsilon naught, I can keep it together. What is this term? Charge by area. So that is sigma, and by epsilon naught. So sigma by epsilon naught should be the answer. Option C. No, it is not D. No, it is not D. It was not hemisphere. In the first shift, the first day, it was for a hemisphere, and the answer was sigma by, that 4 epsilon naught and all. So be careful. Here it is a complete sphere. So if it is a complete sphere, it is sigma by epsilon. If it is a sheet, then it is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So very straightforward question which came in the paper, right? Find the ratio of the RMS speed of helium and oxygen. Oh my God, really? These kind of questions have come? These kind of questions have come, really? Not even one nice question in this particular shift. Okay, so RMS speed of helium, RMS velocity, guys, is nothing but root of 3 RT by m. So it is inversely proportional to mass. So velocity of helium by velocity of oxygen, what will it be? Mass of helium below and mass of oxygen on the top. Oxygen will be 32 molecular weight diatomic. Helium is basically 4. So that's it, guys. This will be root of 8, which is nothing but 2 root 2. Which is nothing but 2 root 2. How many of you got 2 root 2? Wow, option B. Very good, Aryan, Sweetie, Dhanush. Yes, that is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question, and here it is. What is it? A soap bubble of radius r is split into 1000 bubbles. The ratio of the energy of 1000 bubbles to the big bubble is how much? Okay. So in this particular question, a soap bubble of R is split into 1000 small bubbles. I think it should be drops, most likely, not bubbles. Maybe it was misread. Just maybe it is drops. Most likely it is drops. Okay. So I'm just making it into drops. That's it, right? If it is drops, then it will make sense, or else if it is bubbles, then how do you exactly divide it? Because the thickness may not be, or maybe even same, right? So what we can do is, in this particular case, if it is assuming it is drops, then 4 by 3 pi, initial radius is r cube. I split it into 1000 drops. So is equal to 1000 into 4 by 3 pi small r cube. What I have done is, this is the initial volume. This is the final volume. I'm equating the volumes. I'm just equating the volumes. So r cube is equal to 1000 is 10 to the power 3 small r cube. So capital R is basically 10 times small r. So r is capital R by 10. Once I get this, finding the energy density, finding the surface energy becomes very simple. Surface energy of 1000 bubbles upon the surface energy of one bubble. 1000 bubbles means 1000 into energy of each bubble. It will be nothing but S into area of each bubble, which is 4 pi r square. Remember, surface energy is surface tension into area. Surface tension into area will give me energy of each bubble into 1000 will be the total energy of 1000 bubbles upon U1. The energy of one big bubble, that will be nothing but S into 4 pi basically capital R square. S 4 pi cancels. This will become 1000 and this is R square. So small r square will be basically nothing but r square by 10 square, and this r square is below. So r square cancels, 10 square cancels, only 10 will be remaining. So 10:1, which is option C, should be the answer. Yeah, C should be the answer. I hope this is clear. Yeah. Anushka, Shaisha Reddy. Okay, NDA, you want an exam related information. Really, guys, do we have so many students who study for NDA on this channel? Do let me know in the comment section later on. If I see there are quite a few people, then definitely I will make a video for that. No issues. Achha, we didn't get the same question in the exam. Okay, maybe the student who told us was dreaming in the exam and maybe he imagined bubbles and drops, and maybe the student told us that. Okay, so anyways, this question is also very popular amongst NTA people. They love giving these questions, that bubble breaking into smaller bubbles and all that. Ratio of shortest wavelength of Balmer and Lyman. Yesterday also this came, day before also it came. Again it is getting repeated. It's the same thing. Instead of longest, they will ask shortest, longest. Same kind of variations they are doing. Shortest wavelength means longest energy gap. So of Balmer and Lyman. So for Lyman, it will be R. Lyman will be from 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square. And for Balmer, it will be from 1 by 2 square minus 1 by infinity square. Largest energy gap will give you smallest wavelength. That's it. So divide both of them, you will get to the result. So this will be 1 by lambda L upon 1 by lambda B. RR cancels, 1 by infinity is 0. So this will be 1 by 1 by 1 by 4. So here you will get lambda B on the top, lambda L below, and the 4 will go on the top. So 4:1 is Balmer by Lyman. Balmer by Lyman is 4:1. So that's option A, I believe. Yeah, it is option A. Cool? Simple? Yes, very good, Hira. Vatsalya, Vishnu, perfecto. 4:1 is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Oh, what does it say? Energy of the incident photon is 2.48, stopping potential is 0.5, find the work function. I mean, wow, this is the easiest shift. Easiest. And the same thing happened, if you remember, in January. The last 2 days were really easy. So I'm guessing maybe Monday and Tuesday's paper might be very easy. Who knows? Or it feels easy because it is repetitive. Because the first 4 shifts you have discussed, and you see same kind of questions are getting again and again repeated. So maybe it looks easy because of that also. Okay. Energy of the photon is the work function plus E into stopping potential. Energy of the photon is 2.48. Work function we have to find plus E into stopping potential is 0.5. So work function, this is in electron volt, is 2.48 electron volt minus 0.5 electron volt, which is 1.98 electron volt. Yes, this was 2.48 in electron volt. So put that E, else you will get a wrong answer. Option D should be correct. Direct photoelectric equation application. Yes, 1.98, guys. Awesome. Very good. Shall we move ahead to the next one? And here it comes. What does it say? Oh, this question also was repeated. Remember day 1 or day 2, I think second shift I feel, or first shift, where you had 2 masses and their acceleration was given and the ratio of the masses was asked. Very simple. So remember the general formula for this kind of problem where one mass is here, pulley is here, another mass is here, this is going down, this is going up. The acceleration is given by bigger mass minus smaller mass upon the total mass into g. Now this g is given to be g by root 2. This is given to be g by root 2. So this will become m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. G will cancel, cross multiply. So we will get m1 plus m2 is equal to root 2 times m2 minus root 2 times m1, right? So just rearrange it, nothing more. So bring m1 together. So m1 into 1 plus root 2 will be m2 into root 2 minus 1. Bring it as m1 by m2. m1 by m2 will be nothing but root 2 minus 1 upon 1 plus root 2. You can obviously rationalize it if you want to. So multiplied by root 2 minus 1, and here also multiplied by root 2 minus 1. That's okay. You can rationalize it. So a plus b, a minus b, you can see it will be a square minus b square. So 2 minus 1, you will get it in the denominator. And this is a minus b whole square. So it will be a square, which is 2, plus b square, which is 1, minus 2ab, which is 2 root 2. So I think you should get it as 3 minus 2 root 2 by 1. 3 minus 2 root 2. That should be the answer. Just check it out. Okay. So I just rationalize it for simplicity. Yeah, 3 minus 2 root 2 is the answer. Yeah, you have drawn the FBD. It's okay. Even if you draw the FBD, you will get the answer, but it will be longer. This was, I think, a little bit easier if you know the direct formula, right? Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. Train is accelerating from rest with a constant acceleration a for a time of t seconds, attains a speed of 8t. Then for a time of 3t it runs with a constant speed. Find the average speed. That is the question. Okay. So in this particular question, okay, already what is the final speed is also given. So that means you need to find the distance it travels by the time it reaches 80 meters per second, and then it is going for a time of 3t also over there. So what we can do is, first of all, write down some equations. Let's see what we can do for the first part. It is accelerating for time t, reaches the speed of 80. So using v is equal to u plus at, final speed is 80, initial speed is rest, so 0 meters per second, acceleration not given, time is t, so 80 is basically 80. Then apart from this, I can also write displacement in the first part when it is accelerating will be ut plus half a t square. So S1 I do not know, initial speed is 0, half, I can do one thing, 80 square I can write it as 80 into t, 80 into t, 80 is 80. Oh my god, this is so difficult to pronounce. Did you guys get it? This is 80 into t square. No, sorry, 80 into t. My bad. 80 into basically t. This 80 is 80. Okay. So I'll put 80 over here. Great. So this will just become nothing but 40t. Oh my god, what a tongue twister. Who was this NTA person? I like his sense of humor. Whosoever made it by making such tongue twisting values. And then for the next part, 3t time he runs or whatever, the train goes with constant speed. So S2 will be velocity into time. Velocity is 80 into time, which is basically 3t. 8 3s are 24, so 240t. So that is S2. So the total, I think, average speed will be S1 plus S2 upon time is t plus 3t. So S1 is 40t. S1 is 40t. S2 is 240t. And t plus 3t is 4t. T cancels. 40 plus 240, 280. 280. Yeah, wow. Divided by 4. Understood, guys? What an answer. Yeah, obviously 70. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So it should be 70. 70. Yes, 70 is the answer. 70 is the answer. Wow. What a question, yeah. What a question. Okay. Meghna Nandana, we will be happy to start matrimony services. I think I should change the channel name. We can add something else. Vedantu JEE and Matrimony English. You know? You will find English speaking girls and English speaking boys. Cool. Wow. Very good. The wire of resistance is stretched to a radius of r by 2. Where r is the initial radius, the new resistance of the wire is how much? Okay. Standard question. How many times I told you guys, please do this kind of question. I mean, like, really, I begged you, please do it. For the sake of humanity, please do this kind of question. And I hope you did it. So, you know, the wire is basically stretched to a radius of r by 2. R is the initial radius. So resistance is rho L by A. And because I'm stretching it length, I can write it as volume divided by area. So it will become rho V by A square. But area is pi r square. So square of that. So rho V by pi square r raised to 4. So resistance is inversely. Remember, there was a shift where exact same question came. How was it proportional to? And I think the ratio or something like that was asked. And there also r raised to 4 only came. It was just repeated. Same repeated questions, guys. I mean, like, really. So the new resistance will be R2 by R1 will be R1 by R2 whole raised to 4. The old radius is R. The new radius is R by 2. So raised to 4. So R gets cancelled. 2 raised to 4, which is nothing but 16. So old resistance is R2. New resistance is R2. Old resistance was R. So take R over here. So 16 times of R. 16 times of R. Option B for IIT Bombay. Option B for IIT Bombay. Yes, it is IIT Bombay. What a question, guys. I mean, really, really. Why would they repeat this question again and again and again? Not sure. All right. Oh, we are done with the questions. I think more questions will come after some time. If it comes, I'll definitely come back. But now it's time for your chemistry. Okay. Let me just ask chemistry and maths maybe. Hold on. Let me just see if they are ready. 1 second guys. Yeah, I'm not in the studio, that's the reason. Okay, just hold on. Chemistry and maths. Okay, so Namrata ma'am is coming, get ready for it, and do not forget to check out the test series links which are there in the description box for just 499 rupees. Okay, any test series that you want to buy for any of the competitive exams, link is there in the description box. Okay, see you guys again in the next shift.
From permutation and combination, right? So question says number of triangles. Very like a familiar question, I would say. Number of triangles that can be formed from a regular octagon, provided that number of sides of octagon should be a side of triangle. Okay, so over here, if I talk about any polygon, right, let me just draw a hexagon for a the rough idea. So number of triangles formed from a regular octagon, provided number of sides should not be a side of any triangle. Should not be a side of any triangle. What does that mean? So suppose we are having a polygon, regular polygon I am having. So over here, this triangle is not allowed. Can you see this triangle? This triangle is not allowed. Why? Because this triangle is coinciding with the side of my polygon. Right? And also one more triangle which is not allowed is this triangle. Can you see this triangle? So can you see now two sides clearly are coinciding with the sides of octagon. So these triangles are not allowed. So what we will do is, first of all, we'll calculate. So required triangles will be total triangle. So total triangles will be 8C3. That means out of 8 vertices, I will select 3 vertices, any 3 vertices, and I'll be forming a triangle. This is 8C3. Does this 8-3C include those type of triangles wherein one side is common and wherein 2 sides are also common? Right? 3 sides common, there is no such case, there will be no such case. So minus, I'll be subtracting those triangles where one side is common. Right? So out of 8 sides, let me select one side. Okay, out of 8 sides, let me just select one side, because I am counting all those triangles whose one side is coinciding with the octagon are my octagon, right? So 8C1. Now I need to select one vertex so that I can form this type of triangle. How do I do that? So can you see 1 and 2? These 2 vertices I cannot select. Why? Because I have already considered that this is one of my side. I am looking for another 2 vertices are already decided. I am looking for my third vertices of such triangles where one side is coinciding, right? Now I cannot select these 2 as well. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 vertices I cannot select. Why? Because if I select this now, then what will happen? Two sides will coincide with my octagon. I don't want it. I want exactly one side to coincide with that. So that's why out of 8, I can't select 4. So out of remaining 4 vertices, I will select one vertex, so that now I am having one side and one vertex. I hope that this is clear. And now I need to subtract all those triangles whose exactly 2 sides are coinciding. A triangle like this, a triangle like this. So for that, what I'm gonna do is over here. So out of 8, I just need to select how many? So two basically adjacent sides I need to select, right? Out of whole octagon, I need to select 2 adjacent vertices. So how many that will be? 8C1, right? 8C1. So basically either this or this or this or this. So that will be 8C1. So your final answer will be 8C1 minus 8 into 4C1 minus 8C1. That's it. Okay. All right. Clear? Yes. All right, so question 1 is done. Now we are having question number 2, which is from the probability. Yes, we are having a question from probability which says 2 factories A and B are there. Okay, 2 factories are there, A and B, right? Now A factory and B factory, sorry. A and B are 2 factories, right? So this is factory A and B. Okay, Now question is saying 60% of the cars were made in factory A, right? 60% of the cars are made in factory A and remaining were made in factory B. So that means 40% of the cars are made in factory B. That is one thing. Now further they are giving more information. 80% of the car are of the standard quality and 90% of the cars from factory B are from standard quality. So from A we are having 80% of standard quality and from B we are having 90% of the standard quality, right? And now what we need to figure out is find the probability. Okay, all right. Now a car is picked at random. A car is picked at random and find the probability that it came from B. Right? A car is picked at random, find the probability that it is from B. So we need to figure out what? Bayes theorem. So probability will be over here in the denominator. I am going to write the total probability. Right? That means the car is from A plus the car is from B, given that it is from a standard quality. Right? So first of all, if I pick a car from A, so there are 60% chances that it will be from A. And given that it is a standard quality, so 0.8. Now what about B? 0.4 into 0.9 will be in the denominator, right? This is probability of car, the probability of car being from factory A, given that it is a standard quality. Probability that car is from factory B, given that it is a standard quality. Now we are looking for it came from B. So that means this will be over here. So 0.4 into 0.9. So that this is 36. 6 8s are 48 and we have 36. So if you solve it, what you are going to get is 3 by 7. 36 by 84. This is 3 by 7. Yes, 3 by 7 is P. So this is your P. We are looking for 126P. That is 126 into 36 or 3 by 7. 3 by 7. 3 by 7. 7 ones are 7. And we are having 7 8s are 56. So 18 multiplied 3 will be 54 is the correct answer of this question, right? This is a question from Bayes theorem. I hope that this is clear. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. All right. 3 by 7, Meghna, absolutely right. Now let us move on to the next question, which is from the Newton's formula. And you know what? I have uploaded one short video regarding the Newton's formula and I have told you that this is the most repeated question, most repeated topic you can say from JEE Main. And this is the question. Here is the question I have already told you. So can you see this is your quadratic equation whose roots are given as alpha and beta. And now an is given alpha raised to power n plus beta raised to power n. We are here to figure out the minimum value of this. But let's just figure out the exact value of this and then talk about minimum value. Isn't it? First of all, let us figure out the value of this. So for that, I'll be applying Newton's formula. Newton formula says, let me just show you, ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 if you are having a quadratic whose Sn is alpha raised to power n plus beta raised to power n. So what you can do is you can just replace x square by Sn. So a times Sn plus b times Sn minus 1 plus c times Sn minus 2. So basically x square, x and constant will be replaced by these three values, which are by the way sequential. So over here I'll be putting n is equals to 20, 25, right? And I'll be writing over here. So x square has coefficient 1. So 1 will be replaced by what? 1, and then a square, x square will be replaced by a2025 minus, this is your what? B. So minus t square minus 5t plus 6, x will be replaced by a2024, and then we have plus 1. So plus a2023 is equals to 0. We are looking for a2025 plus a2023, a2025 plus a2023. So these two, sum of these two will be what? a2025 plus a2023 upon a2024. Can you clearly see is nothing but this very quadratic in t. Minimum value of this quadratic is very easy. Just figure out the perfect square, t minus 5 by 2 whole square plus 6 minus 25 by 4. So the moment you put t is equals to 5 by 2, this will become 0 and this is your minimum value. So minus 1 by 4 is the minimum value of this particular question. So minus 1 by 4. Right? This is a Newton's formula. Okay. All right. I hope that this is clear. Okay. Question number 3. Done. Sorted. All right. So minimum value is minus 1 by 4. How did we achieve? By using this expression from the Newton's formula. All right. Yes. And now we are having next question, which is from conic section, right? So first of all, for any question from conic section, you all know that you need to plot the curve to get the better idea of it, right? So let me just go back and talk about first 3 questions. So first question I would say is the easy question, right? Second, if it clicks, then it is easy. If it doesn't click, then just leave it, because calculations are not at all lengthy. Now question number 2. So question number 2 is I would say again a direct easy question from Bayes theorem. So easy question. Question number 3 I would say again Newton's formula, direct, and the minimum value is also not that difficult. If the expression is difficult, maybe it's a cubic or any expression, then it would have been difficult. But minimum value of quadratic equation, come on. We have learned this in grade 11, in the beginning of the grade 11, right? And now we are having this question, okay? If you plot this curve, the question will be much clearer to you, okay? So let a circle touch the parabola, okay? So we are having a parabola, which is a downward facing parabola, which looks like this, and this point is 6, okay? The moment you put x equals to 0 in this, what do you get? Y is equals to 6. So this we can plot. And this is plus root 6 minus root 6. That's it. Now y is equals to root 3 modulus x. Okay. So we are having these 2 lines as well. And y is equals to, it will look like this. Okay. So this is your y is equals to root 3x. And this is your 60 degree. This will be your 30 degree. So let me just draw it like this. This is your 30 degree. Now, a circle is there which touches parabola and these 2 lines, okay, such that circle has a minimum area. Minimum area means what? The circle is smaller, circle is having minimum radius, right? So let me just plot the circle over here. So this will look like this, okay, right? This is your circle. Obviously, the circle will have 0, beta as the radius, right? And if I just draw a perpendicular, so this will act as a tangent, right? This white color line will act as a tangent. So can I drop a perpendicular? And this is 90 degree. This is your radius. And this length is your beta. And this angle is 30 degree. Can you see sine 30 degree? So sine 30 degree, this is your 30 degree, right? So sine 30 degree is r upon beta. R upon beta. So that means 1 by 2 is equals to r by beta. Beta is coming out as 2r. That is the first thing. Now, can you see the circle touches or passes through the 0, 6 as well? So, let me just write the equation of circle now. X minus 0 ka square, because the center is 0, beta, plus y minus beta. What is beta? 2r square. And this is equals to r square. Now, it passes through 0, 6. So, if I put the value over here, I'm gonna get the value of r. And once I get the value of r, I get the whole equation of the circle, right? And once I get the equation of the circle, is it a rocket science to know that which point my circle passes through? No, right? So let us put 0. So this is 0 plus 6 minus 2r whole square. This is equals to r square. So 4r square minus 6 to the 12, 24. 24r plus 36 is equals to 0 and 4r square. So this is 3r square, right? So yes, this is 24, this is 3. So 24r and this is 3. 3, 8 and 12. So r is equals to 2, 6 by solving this particular quadratic. 2, 6 is my r. We are looking for the minimum radius. So r is equals to 6 is obviously rejected. So now my circle equation will be x square plus y minus 4 whole square is equals to 2 ka square is 4. Can you clearly see 2, 4 if I satisfy over here? This will become 4, this will become 0, this is 4. Option D is absolutely passing through my circle. Alright. I hope that this question is clear to you all, right? Clear? So fourth question is done nicely. I guess this is an alpha question, but yes, to decode it, to do it, to execute it, it will require a lot of like clarity. So that's why I am marking it as beta. Okay, because a clarity is required to solve this question. Now we are having a question from method of differentiation, or you can say differentiability, the combination of it, right? So now this question is actually very easy question. If you are differentiating the fx one by one, step by step, without any mistake. Okay, it all depends upon the clarity of the right handwriting, clarity in your brain. Otherwise this question is very easy. So fx is given as this. We are looking for f double dash 0 or 2 by pi. Okay, so that means I have to figure out f double dash x. So for that, let me just calculate f dash x nicely. Let's do that. Okay, so x cube and sine 1 by x. Can I start differentiating? Product rule. X cube is 3x square, right? Sine 1 by x is constant. And then we are having plus. This time x cube is constant and derivative of sine 1 by x is cos 1 by x. Let's not forget we have to differentiate 1 by x, so that would be minus 1 by x square. Right, so f dash x, now let me write it finally, 3x square sine 1 by x minus x cos 1 by x. Now we need to differentiate. Okay, please do not do it in hurry because you can do some mistake over here. Again, product rule. 3x square as it is, sine 1 by x, derivative is cos 1 by x with a negative by x square, plus, now this time sine 1 by x is constant, this is 6x sine 1 by x, right, minus, now x cos 1 by x. What is x cos 1 by x? So x is kept constant, cos 1 by x derivative will be what? Minus sine 1 by x, and again one more minus, so minus 1 by x square. And this time I'm gonna keep minus cos 1 by x constant and derivative of x is 1. Okay, now write it nicely. F double dash x. Okay, x square gone, minus 3 cos 1 by x, and this is minus cos 1 by x, so this is going to be plus kya? This is f dash x, so sine ka derivative is cos 1 by x, so this is going to be, yes, correct, minus 3 we are having and minus, so minus 4. Can you see f double dash x minus 3 and minus cos? So that's what we've got. Yes, so minus 3 cos 1 by x and minus cos 1 by x will be what? Minus 4 cos 1 by x, correct? Yes. And what about these two? So can you see this is x and x gone, so minus plus. Plus we are having 1 by x sine 1 by x, right? Plus 6x sine 1 by x. Clearly f double dash 0 is not defined. F double dash x 0 is not defined. It is very obvious, right? So these two are wrong. We need to figure out f double dash 2 by pi. How to do that? By putting x equals to 2 by pi. So f double dash 2 by pi will be equals to minus 4. So this is 2 by pi, this will be gone. This is 0 into 0, okay? And we are having plus. Can you see 1 upon x? So that would be 1 by 2 by pi. So pi by 2 into 1, and we are going to have, sorry, this is a negative sign. So this is plus pi minus pi by 2, and we are going to have 6 into 1, so plus 6. Right, so this is your answer. 6x hai kya? Yes, 6 2 by pi, correct. So we are having 12 by pi minus pi by 2 as my answer. If you solve it, 24 minus pi square by 2 pi. So clearly option D is absolutely right. Okay, option D is absolutely right. All right, yes, 6x sin x. Please write x over here. Okay. All right, so 12 by pi minus pi by 2, option D. What do you call it? Easy, good question, doable? Yes, it was an easy question, right? Double derivative you have to figure out. Now we have another question which is from definite integration, right? So this question is from definite integration, wherein you have to understand that this form is actually not crackable. Sine and cos form right now is not crackable. So there are multiple methods of doing it. So first method which clicks in my mind is, why not convert everything in terms of tan? For that, I need cos raised to power 6 over here, right? And cos raised to power 6 over here, right? So can you see cos square will be gone. So I'll be left with cos raised to power 4x. Now cos raised to power 4x, so 1 is going to be sine square by cos square. So it is going to be sine square by cos square, and one more cos square, that I'm going to write it as sec square x upon. What about this cos raised to power 6x? If it goes inside this bracket, it will become cos cube x, right? Inside the square bracket. So that is 1 plus tan cube x whole raised to power 2 integral dx. So this is what is getting formed? Tan square x sec square x dx and 1 plus tan cube x raised to power 6 integral 0 to pi by 4. And the moment we get this, tan x should be equal to t. So sec square x dx will become what? dt, right? So this is t square upon 1 plus t cube raised to power 6 dt, and x is equals to 0, t is equals to 0, so 0 to 1. Now you have to put t cube is equals to something. So if t cube is equals to, let's say, a, so 3t square dt will be equals to dA, right? So 3t square dt will be 1 by 3 a, 1 by 3 dA, and we are having t cube is equals to a. So that means 1 plus a raised to power 6 raised to power 2, 1 plus a raised to power 2, 1 plus a raised to power 2. So 1 plus a raised to power 2 integral. So this is going to be minus 1 by 3, 1 plus a can be put as minus 1 by t cube, and now you can just plug in 0 and 1. So this is going to be the moment you put 1, so this is minus 1 by 6, the moment you put 0 plus 1 by 3. If you solve it, what do you get? Minus 1 plus 2, so this is 1 by 6 is the correct answer, 1 by 6. All right, absolutely right. Okay. All right. So this, I would say, is again an easy question, right? If the first step clicks now, then it is easy, right? If the first step clicks, then it is absolutely easy. 1 plus, why not? Yeah, you can do that. Mohit, yes, absolutely. You are absolutely right. You can do that as well. It will be same. Okay, it will be same. All right, so multiple substitutions you can think about. Now we are having a question from differential equation. Again, they are talking about linear differential equation. All right, in each and every shift, they are giving a question from linear differential equation, and in some of the shifts, they are giving 2 questions from the same topic. Let us do that. Okay, so for that, what I have to do is I have to divide the whole differential equation by 2x log x. So dy by dx, right, dy by dx plus 2 by 2 will get cancelled out. So 1 upon x log x y is equals to, now divide, so 1 upon 2x square log x cancel out. Can you see now this is a linear differential equation? Now integrating factor, who is going to tell me? E raised to power integral of 1 upon x log x dx. If I put this as t, 1 by x dx will become dt. So integral of dt by t, so this is going to be e raised to power log of t. So t is your integrating factor. What is t? What is t? So log x is your integrating factor, my dear students. And now y multiplying log x is equals to integral of q, 1 upon 2x square, right? And we are having log of x dx plus c. Okay. All right. So this is it. And now, sorry, we are having 3 as well, not 3. Why we have missed 3? 3 is there. Okay. 3 by 2x square log x dx, right? And now y of log of x. Now I will be applying by parts over here. So log x is my first function and this is my second function. Log x, let us mark it as first function. So by parts, first function is constant and we have to integrate the second function. So that would be minus of 3 by 2x. First function constant, integration of second function, minus integral of derivative of first function. That means I have to differentiate this log x and now I have to integrate this. So minus 3 by 2x dx plus constant. Okay. So y log x as it is, this is going to be minus 3 by 2x log x, and we are going to have minus minus plus, and 3 by 2 is also there. 1 upon x square. Integration of 1 upon x square is minus 1 by x plus constant. Done and dusted. Integration was absolutely easy, not very difficult. Can you see? Alright. And now what we need to do is, okay, so it is given that the moment you put x equals to 1 by e, you get y is equals to 0. Why don't we put it over here and get the value of c? Right? Yes, so y is equals to 0 will give me 0. This will be equals to, so 1 by e if I put over here, so this will become 3e by 2, and log 1 by e will be minus 1, minus 1 minus 1 will be plus. Okay, and then minus of 3 by 2x. X is 1 by e, so this is it, plus c. Can you see c is coming out as 0? That means this c is 0. Okay, and now y of e is something which you are looking for. So the moment you put log e, this will be 1. This will also be 1. Okay. So, and yes, so the value will be y into 1 is equals to, can you see, minus 3 by 2e. And now can you see this is again minus 3 by 2e. That's it. So minus 3 by 2, 2 is gone, so minus 3 by e is the value. Minus 3 by e, can I see option A? Yes, option A is absolutely right, minus 3 by e. Yes, vanilla is absolutely right. Some of you are saying option D. Why are you saying option D? So basically minus 3, so minus 6 by 2, which is minus 3, right? So this is, I would say, again an easy question. Slightly you can see that this can be shifted towards the moderate side, but you know what, linear differential equation, but not that difficult. Okay, it might take it might not take like 40-50 seconds, but close to 1 minute 20 seconds, but it was doable. The calculation was still doable, not very, very difficult. Okay, all right. And now we have a question which says find the interval where this function is strictly increasing. Options were given to us. Okay, so y is equals to x raised to power x is there. Okay, so strictly increasing, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? We need to differentiate dy by dx. And you know what, I just remember the differentiation of x raised to power x, and I have told you that why don't you remember this? So 1 plus log x. Derivative of x raised to power x is what? X raised to power x, 1 plus log x. Let me show you how to differentiate. So first of all, you take log. This is a question from logarithmic differentiation. 1 by y dy by dx is equals to x is constant, log x derivative is this, log x is constant, x derivative is 1. So dy by dx clearly is y. Y is what? X raised to power x, 1 plus log x. Right? So I already have this mind. I have learnt this. And this should be strictly increasing greater than 0. That means this is always greater than 0. So log x should be greater than minus 1. What does that mean? Log x should be greater than log 1 by e, because log 1 by e is minus 1. So that means x is greater than 1 by e, because log to the base e is a increasing function. So you just need to remove logarithm over here. X greater than 1 by e. So interval will be 1 by e to infinity. 1 by, yes, absolutely BTS. Absolutely. All right. Okay. So 1 by e to infinity. And now we have already solved this question. So this is a repeat telecast. Okay. All right. Yes. Now this question is from statistics chapter. And how many of you saw my video wherein I was teaching you top 3 questions from statistics? I have taken a similar question in that statistics session. How many of you saw that video? Top 3 question wherein I have told you type 1 is when observations are missing, type 2 was something, and then type 3 was there when wrong observation was taken into the consideration. Similar question. Similar question. Okay, if mean and standard deviation, remember standard deviation is sigma, not sigma square. So this is your sigma, right? Mean is given as 10 of 20 observation and standard deviation is 2. So mean of how many? 20 observations, right? It was better found that one of the observation was 8 instead of 12. So by mistake, we have what they have done is they have considered 12 as something and done the whole calculation, and now they are saying that, oh, no, recalculate it using 8. How will you do that? Okay, all right. So how to do such questions? So x1 plus x2 and all the way up to x20 whole upon 20 is given as, this is your mean, which is 10. So that means sigma x1, sigma xi is given as 200. Now what they are saying is, instead of 12, so by mistake they have taken 12. So what I have to do is, one observation I will subtract minus 12, and instead of 12 I have to add 8 in both the sides. So minus 12 plus 8. So that means sum of all new observations, sigma new. So this is sigma new, now corrected, is what? So 200 minus 4, 196. Now upon 20 will give you new mean. 9.8 is your x bar new mean. Corrected mean you can write, or new mean. Mean is standard deviation. So sigma square is equals to sigma xi square upon 20 minus mean ka square. Original, that means original mean was what? 10. So 10 ka square. This was the original thing, okay? And sigma square is what? 2. So 4 is equals to now x1 square plus x2 square and all the way up to x20 square, and then minus 100 upon 20. So can you see 104 into 20 is your sigma xi square. So this is 2080. This was the original one. But now what we need to do is, this has some incorrect thing. So they have added 12 square by mistake. So I have to subtract 12 square, and instead of that I have to add 8 square. So both the sides I will do the same thing, minus 12 square plus 8 square, so that I'm gonna get a new sigma square, new xi square. This is new, right? So this is going to be minus 144 plus 64. So that is 2080 minus 80. So this is 2000. This is your 2000. Now I'm going to calculate sigma corrected, you can say, square, which is equals to sigma new xi square. So 2000 upon 20 minus new mean is 9.8 square. So can you see this is 400 minus 9.8 square. Please don't forget to take root of it. So 400. So yes, 400 is what? 20 square minus 9.8 square. So what you can do is 20 plus 9 is 29.8. Multiply, this is going to be 11.2 square root. And if you solve it, what do you get? Now do the final calculation. 19.8, 0.2. Sorry, this is 100. So 10. So yes, now it's fine. 10 plus, so 19.8 into 0.2 is there. And yes, if you solve it, what do you get? This is 3.96. Root 3.96 is this. Yes, I can see already you are giving me this answer. 39.96. No. 3.96 root. Some of you might be forgetting this root. So understand, standard deviation in sigma, this is a common mistake. You confuse standard deviation and variance. Variance is sigma square, standard deviation is sigma. For the upcoming examination, I am just warning you. All right, so now we have another question. Okay, and in here we have to figure out area of the region. Okay, so this is question from area under curve. So this is a not very direct question. I would say this is a difficult question, tough question, because of the function involved. So what they have given, can you see this function they have given as a tough question, a tough function to plot, because area under curve is always about curve sketching. This function is a little bit difficult to plot, but not very difficult. Let us see. Let us come together and see this question. So y is equals to 3x is one line which we can directly plot. Y is equals to 3x will look like this. What about this line? 2y is equals to, so 2y is equals to, if I take common 3, 9 minus x. This 2 if I delete, so y is equals to 3 by 2, 9 minus x. So that means this line, the moment I put x equals to 9, x equals to 9 means y is equals to 0, so it passes through x equals to 9. So this is x equals to 9, that is one thing, right? And the moment I put y, okay, x equals to 0, what do I get? 27 by 2 is the y-intercept. So this is how it will look like. Okay, this is your second line. This is line 1. And what about this? Can I get the point of intersection? Yes, let's do it. So 3 by 2, 9 minus x will be equals to 3x. Let's solve it out. So 9 minus x is equals to 2x. X will be equals to 3. X equals to 3, that means this is the intersection point, x equals to 3. Now is this curve. We need to plot this curve. To plot this curve, we need to understand that we need to differentiate it. So this is something related to application of derivative, where we know whether the function is increasing or decreasing. So let us calculate dy by dx of this function, which is equals to 3 minus, this is x raised to power 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, x raised to power half will be there. So 3, 1 minus root x by 2. Okay, 3, 1 minus root x by 2. So if I observe this, if I find the critical point from this, can you clearly see 1 is equals to root x by 2, critical point is x equals to 4, right? Critical point is x equals to 4, and the moment I put x equals to 0 over here, this curve will pass through 0, okay? This curve will be over here, and the moment I put x equals to 9 over here, tell me what is the value at x equals to 9? So 27 minus, can you see the moment I put 9 root 9, so 9 into 3, 27. Oh, okay, that means the curve will pass through these 2 points, x equals to 0 and x equals to 9, and it has one critical point, that means one maxima it will observe just like this, right? At x equals to 4, it is going to achieve a maxima. This is the curve. And now what we are looking for is area of the region enclosed between these 3 curves. So this is your curve 1, curve 2 and curve 3. So clearly this is the area which I am looking for. Now the question has become absolutely easy. Why? Because what I'm going to do is required area will be equals to area of triangle. You can clearly see that area of triangle can be calculated extremely easily, minus you have to calculate the area of this region. This region I have to calculate. So minus I have to calculate 0 to 9 and area enclosed by this curve, which is 3x minus x raised to power 3 by 2, whose integration is not very difficult, right? So area of triangle, who is going to tell me? Half into base is 9. What about height? Who is going to tell me the height? So this height I'm gonna get when I put x equals to 3 in any of these straight lines. So 3 3s are 9. So this height is also 3. Y is equals to 9 and x equals to 3. So half into 9 into 9 minus, we need to integrate this. Let us integrate it over here. So this is 3x square by 2 minus, you are going to have x raised to power 3 by 2 and 2 by 3, 0 to 9. Let us integrate. Yes. So this is going to be 9 9s are 20, 9 9s are 81. 81 multiply 3 by 2 minus 9. So 9 is 3, 3 ka cube, 27 into 3, 2 by 3. Can I just take out some common? 27 common. So what do I get? 3 3s are 9 by 2 minus 27 common, 2 by 3. So this is going to be 6. 9 3s are 27 minus 4, 24, 26, 27 into 4. So 27 into 4, right? Yes. So this is what your answer is if you solve it. 81 by 2 minus 27 by 4. So this is going to be 162 by 10. Oops. 9 if I put, what do I get? 243. 81 into 3 by 2, correct? And we are having 5 by 2. Oops. 2 by 3, yes, yes, yes. 3 by 2 was already there, no? Yes. So I'm gonna get x raised to power, integral of this is 3 by 2. So 5 by 2 and 5 by 2. Now put x equals to 9. So this is 3. 3 raised to power 5 by 5. Correct. Now you can just calculate. This is 3 raised to power 4. That can be taken common. So I'm gonna get 1 by 2 minus I'm gonna get 2 3s are 6 by 5. So this is 10. 5 minus 12. So 6 by 5. 2 by 5. 3 raised to power 5 can be taken common, right? So this is 2. So now it's 5 2s are 10. 5 minus 4, 1 by 10. 3 raised to power 5 is absolutely correct. So this is it. 3 raised to power 5 by 10. Okay, 3 raised to power 5 by 10. So if you solve it, what do you get? And erase this 27 as well. If you solve it, what do you get? The final answer of area will be 162 by 10. You are looking for 10A. So 10A will be 162. Okay. All right. Yes. So required area of this triangle, half into base into height, minus this integration. I have performed it right here. So 3x integration is 3x square by 2. X raised to power 3 by 2 integration will be x raised to power 5 by 2, 5 by 2. Now you put 9. The moment I put 9 over here, so this is going to be 9 ka square, 81 into 3 by 2 minus 2. Can you see 3? So 9 raised to power half is what? 3. 3 raised to power 5 by 5. 3 raised to power 5, if you take common, what do you get? 1 by 2 minus 2 by 5. So this is 3 raised to power 5 by 10, which can be written over here directly. And now this is 81 by 2 minus 3 raised to power 5 by 10. So 81 by 2 minus 3 raised to power 5 by 10 will exactly become this, okay, which is 162 by 10. Okay, all right, yes, now it's fine. And now we have another question. All right, so we have a question from range. Basically, this question is from functions. Very basic question where a rational function is given to us and we need to figure out whether my function is 1, 1 or onto or not. Very basic question. The moment I see this question, my first thing will be, what about this denominator? Is this splittable or not? Can I split this or not? So first of all, let's calculate the discriminant of denominator. How do I do that? So 16 minus 4 9s are 36. So this is 16 minus 36, this is less than 0. That means I cannot split this. Okay. Now what I'll be doing is, I'll be trying to draw a rough graph out of it, not the specific graph, but a rough graph. It will tell me whether my function is 1, 1 or not. For that, what I'm going to do is, let us calculate this function, the value of this function at x equals to 0. That would be negative minus 15 by 9. Let us calculate the value of this function at x equals to infinity. What is that gonna be? So infinity by infinity form, that will give me 1. And also limit of fx where x tend to minus infinity, that would also be 1. For minus infinity also this will give me 1. Okay, that means that if I plot y equals to 1, that means I'm gonna get fx equals to 1, y equals to 1. My curve will look like this, somewhat like this, at least like this. Okay, so it will, my curve will bounce back to 1. It will start with 1, it will go somewhere else and then come back to 1 because both values are 1. So somewhat like this. So can you see, this is not at all a a 1 1 function? No, not 1 1. Why? Because horizontal line test says this is a many one function. So this is actually a many one function. First of all, this is a many one function, and also range of this is clearly not all real values. The range is not all real values, right? So range is not real values. That means this is not onto as well. In one go, I have realized this is neither 1 1 and nor onto. Option A is absolutely right. If the value of x is going to be imaginary and the function is defined for x real value, then isn't, पता नहीं क्या बोल रहे हो, नहीं समझ आ रहा. I'm not getting what are you trying to say. Please post your doubt correctly. Okay. Alright, so option A is absolutely correct. I hope that this is clear. Alright, so I guess one more method. If this method doesn't click you, what should be the another method? The lengthier method is this. Y is equals to x square plus 2x minus 15 upon x square minus 4x plus 9. Lengthier method. I won't recommend. Just multiply it with y and calculate the value of y. That is first thing. Another thing is you have to differentiate dy by dx and check whether your function is absolutely positive or negative to get whether it is 1 1 or not. Okay. But yes, this method is absolutely killer method, okay, wherein you don't have to do anything about it. Okay, now we have this question wherein they are saying second, third and fourth term of this are respectively 135, 30 and 10 by 3. We are looking for this, okay, we are looking for this. That means using 3 equations, this is going to be a really taxing question. Using 3 equations, I need n, x and y all together, right? So what I'm going to do is second term. Second term means T2. So that will be NC1. Please understand, some people will write NC2. Don't do that mistake. NC1, and I'm going to write x raised to power n minus 1, y raised to power 1. That will be 135. That is your first equation. NC2, x raised to power n minus 2, y raised to power 1. Third term, this is your third term, y raised to power 2, this is going to be 30, and NC3, this is your fourth term, x raised to power n minus 3, y raised to power 3, this is your 10 by 3. 3 equations, 3 unknown, we need to solve it right away. Okay, so how do I do that? Second by 1, T3 by T2. So 30 upon 135 will be equals to NC2 by NC1. NC2 by NC1 will be n minus 2 upon, we are going to have 2. Sorry, n minus 1 upon 2, yes. N minus 1 upon 2, NC2 by NC1. So this is n minus r plus 1. So n minus 2 plus 1 upon, we have 2. So n minus 1 by 2, and this upon this will give me y square by y. So y upon x. Yes. This is my first equation, right? Okay, this upon this. What about second? This upon this, wherein 30 upon 10 and 30. This will be equals to NC3 by NC2. So NC3 by NC2 will give me n minus 3 plus 1 upon 3. So n minus 2 by 3. N minus 2 by 3, y by x one more time. Right? So this is 3. So this is 9 will be equals to n minus 2 by 3, y by x. So this is 27. Correct? And this is what? 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15, 5 twos are and 5 15s are. So this is going to be 4 by 15 is equals to n minus 1 y by x. Can I divide these two? Can I divide these two? Yes, let's do that. So that is going to be n minus 2 upon n minus 1, right? Y by x is gone, and this is 27 upon 4, and this is your 15. Correct? Okay. This is gone, right? 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. What about this? 2 by 15, so 4 by 15. Yes. And now if I just right away, okay, let me check one more time. So this is 2 by 15, 4 by 15. Yes, if you solve it, what you're gonna get? So if you solve it, your n should be equals to 5. Okay, solve it right away. N should be equal to 5. Okay, n should be equal to 5. Can you see this? Yes, n is coming out as 5. So 36 n minus 2 is equals to 27 n minus 1 is what we are getting. 36 n minus 2 is 4 n minus 1. Right? So I have made a mistake over here. 36 n minus 2. So this is 36 n minus 2. And we are having 4 n minus 1. 27 n minus 36 n minus 2 is equals to, so n is coming out as 5. N will be 5. So once you have your n, so y by x can be calculated easily. So right, once you have your n, y by x can be calculated easily, 1 by 9. And you can just plug in your value of x in terms of y. X will be 9y. So what you can do is x equals to 9y, you can plug in anywhere. X equals to 9y, n value is already here. So from here x equals to, if you put x equals to 9y over here, so let me just show you. Yes. T2, right? 135 is equals to 5c1 will be 5 and this is x raised to power 4y. This is 135, right? X equals to 9y clearly. So this is 5, 9y raised to power 4 and one more y, that will be 135. So from here you can get the value of y. Once y is there, x equals to 9y, x will be 9 into y. So value of y also, x also can be calculated over here. And yes, x, y value once you get, what are the values? N is equals to, so 3 and 1 by 3, right? 3 and 1 by 3. So 6, 125, then 3 and 1 by 3. So value of x is 3, value of y is 1 by 3. So 3 ka square plus 1 by 3 ka square. If you solve it, what do you get? What is the 806 is your final answer. All right. Yes. Okay. I hope that question number 14 is also clear. And now we are done with mathematics portion and I'll be calling chemistry peeps. Okay. All right. So chem will be there. Chem will be there. Chem will be there. Okay. Wait for a while. They'll be right here. Okay. Okay. And they'll be back. See you. Bye-bye. Hello students, now we're going to do chemistry. Hello.
You're absolutely right. Those students who are just talking. Yes. So how was your chemistry paper today? Good afternoon, Vachus. Good afternoon. How was your chemistry paper today, everybody? Yes. Easy peasy? Not so easy? How was it? Was it difficult? I love Maruti Suzuki. Okay, what are we supposed to do with that information? Please tell us. What should we do with that information? You love Maruti Suzuki. What then? Okay. But funny. That was funny. That was funny. Okay. One last thing, Namha. You stepped on me. Yeah. So I hope that none of you cheated. Yes. You're not looking here and there. Yes. Anyway, just kidding. Yes. Tough, bad, was it? No, it was super easy, guys. It wasn't tough. It wasn't tough. Bad, why? Why was it bad? Tell us from your point of view. I think from my point of view, there was what? There was a question related to what? Molality was given. Molality you had to collect, you had to calculate. You tell me, was it tough? Not at all, right? There was a question where they had given T 99.99%, and there was a and you had to find the ratio of 99.99% and 90%. Was that tough? Not at all. Inorganic question, we kept telling you that there are repeated topics, and it was also same. I mean, it wasn't tough at all, right? Or what was organic point of view, ma'am? Was organic tough?
Yeah, it was easy. Once again, only name reactions were asked and the basic reagents were asked, like KMNO4 and elimination reaction.
Exactly.
That is it. Like, they are not even they're trying to give you marks for free right now, right?
Yeah,
especially for
absolutely.
chemistry, and they're also trying to like save you time so that you can use that time to do your math part, right?
Somebody is saying that very, very tough. It was advanced level. Bro, I feel like you haven't learned from us. I feel
Yeah.
like you haven't learned from us, because if you were, then
yeah,
you wouldn't have found it so tough.
correct.
Where is
So
Captain?
you just
Captain
need
is
to
done.
yeah.
Captain has already
Yeah.
taken the session.
So you need to strategize your chemistry, right? So strategy has completely changed for your JEE 2024 exam. You need to understand that. And this strategy will be followed even for the next year. If there are next year students right now, then you have to like pivot your strategy. You need to go to the basics. Very questions, especially from the organic, I can very well tell you that from the very basics, questions are asked, like how acid-base reactions takes place, how you have to move the arrow, which species would leave, which species would not leave. All these things, the basics of chemistry, you have to go into that once again, and you have to know the basic name reactions, right? Even if you know the name reactions and what is just the first reaction that comes under that, if you even know that much, that is good for you. And also in your chemistry, what is being asked, the theory part. What is the theory part? Once again, like the uses are asked. Once again, the uses were asked here also. And also to focus on the practical organic and the practical inorganic chemistry. And if you are very thorough with all these things, chemistry should be easy for you guys, right?
And I think we very well predicted many of the questions, many of the concepts. So I guess you should be following that. Anyway, guys, let us start with the questions. By the way, before I start with it, all the students who are telling me that, ma'am, we are getting 95 percentile. Very good, well done. That means you are qualifying. If you're qualifying, you should sit for JEE Advanced. And if you are sitting for JEE Advanced, this book should be your go-to book, everybody, because this has, each chapter is divided into two parts. As you can see, there is part 1 and there is part B as well. It will be good for your fast track revision. Yes, it will be able to solve a lot of problems for you in just 30 days. So quickly go to Amazon.
Miss out on this book, right?
Yeah.
This is the only resource you need,
Absolutely.
and we can give you in return, right?
Yeah.
Many questions will be repeated from this booklet because there are like 4 kind of exercises in there.
Yeah.
And in each exercise, if you have solved before your advanced exam, you do not need to consult any other booklet, any other thing. Like, this is the go-to book. Just remember that.
Correct.
And you can trust this on us, right?
Yes. Okay, so chalo, let us start with the first question, everyone. The first question is density of NaOH. Yes, the first question, 1 second, guys. The first question is, okay, what have we done here? Okay, so the first question here is the density of NaOH is given to you, and you have to, and molality is also given to you, guys, right? Molality is also given to you. What do you have to calculate? You have to calculate molarity, all right? You have to calculate molarity. So as we know, how do we calculate molarity, guys? How do we calculate molarity? We know that molality, first of all, molality is equal to, yes, molality is equal to number of moles of solute, right? Number of moles of solute divided by volume, no, mass of solvent, correct? Divided by mass of solvent, yes, mass of solvent in kg, correct? This is what we know. Now molality is given to you, which is 3m, correct? So 3 molal is given to you. Now we need to calculate N divided by mass of solvent. So that means we can write it as mass is equal to 1000 multiplied with n divided by 3. Why? Because why did I multiply it with 1000? Because here I have changed it to gram instead of kg. Okay. Yes. Now let's move forward and let's take it as number of moles. Yes. Number of moles is equal to mass divided by molar mass. Am I right, everybody? This is something that we all know, right? Now, for sodium hydroxide, NaOH, my bachus, for NaOH, yes, N is equal to M divided by 40. Molar mass is 40. Yes, very good. Density is given to you. Density is given to you as 1.12 gram per milliliter, right? If that is given, that means that mass of 1 milliliter solution will be how much? Mass of 1 milliliter solution will be 1.12 gram. Yes, that means that this is mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Yes. What is this? This is mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Am I right? Very good. So here, what can we write? We can write it as N multiplied with 40 plus 1000 N divided by 3, and that is equal to 1.12. And now if we calculate this, we will be getting the answer somewhere here. I'm writing, guys. I'm writing it here. Yes, you will be getting it as 3.23 into 10 to the power minus 3 mole. Okay. Once you get this, what do you have to do? Molarity you have to calculate. So molarity will be 3.23 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 0.001, and that will be equal to 3.23, which is nothing but 3 molar. So option A is your correct answer. How many of you are getting +4, everybody? How many of you are getting +4, guys? Is it +4? Yes or no? Is it +4, guys? Is it +4, everybody? Option A, very good. +4, +4, +4. How many of you are getting +4? Come on. How many of you are getting +4? Yes. Yes, guys. +4. Very good. RK is getting, yes. Eco, Aditi. Very good. Naruto is getting +4. Amazing. Screen is not clear. Okay. So if you want to clear the screen, just at the bottom of the video, there is the setting sign. Click on that. And you can change the video quality to 780p. I tried it, it works, because I had joined it as a student and I saw that it was working. Okay. All right. Screen is clear, but just screen is clear. You just change the resolution. It will work better. Okay. All right. Chalo. Moving on to the next question, everybody. The next question is, which of the following is not a semiconductor? Which of the following is not a semiconductor, guys? We all know that it has to be graphite. Graphite is made up of carbon, and graphite is a good conductor. Graphite is not a semiconductor. Graphite is a rather good conductor. So once again, another +4, guys. Is it +8 now? Is it +8, everybody? +8, +8, +8, guys. Yes. Are we getting +8? Come on. Option C, graphite. Very good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Okay. Chalo. Moving on to the next question, everybody. The next question is MnO4. Guys, see, how many times have I told you that potassium permanganate question will come? You must study that. How many times have I told you that? I think plenty of times I have told you that potassium permanganate, there will be a question, and lo and behold, it is here, everybody. So MnO4 minus plus C2O4 2 minus, and here is H plus. That means what will we get, guys? Right here, if you calculate the oxidation state, it will be +7 for Mn, and we know that Mn goes to Mn plus 2 oxidation state, and here we will have CO2. Yes. Now to fulfill this, I will have to add here H2O. The moment I add that, I will be getting here 2 MnO4 minus. That means here also 2 MnO4 minus. Then here we will have 5 C2O4 2 minus. So this will be 10 CO2. See, 5 2s are 10. So 10 carbon dioxide. Now 10 2s are 20. 20 is over. Here how many do you have? 2 4s are 8. 5 4s are 20. 20 plus 8, 28 oxygen. So 10 CO2, 10 2s are 20. Here we need 8 oxygen. So 8 H2O. The moment I add 8 H2O, this will be 16 H plus. So what is our correct answer? Our correct answer is option C, is it? Yes. Option C, carbon dioxide and Mn2 plus. Is that what we are getting, guys? Option C is the correct answer. Am I right? Yes. Yes, option C is the correct answer. Yes or no? Yes, Anisha, told you so. Option C, very good. So another plus 4. That means now we are at plus 12. Very good. We are at plus 12, everybody. Awesome. Chalo. Next question, let us take a look at it. Among the given, oh, this is your department, ma'am. This is your department. Here we go.
Yeah. So let us solve this question. Once again, organic question. Among the given molecules, identify the one which undergoes nucleophilic addition reaction at the fastest rate. Nucleophilic addition. Which type of species will show the nucleophilic addition? Bacha, nucleophile is what? Something which has a negative charge on it. That's a nucleophile. Where will the negative charge be most attracted to? It would be most attracted to the most positive species, right? So let us look at our options. Here, first option is HCHO. In HCHO, bacha, what will be there? This is a structure of HCHO, right? So what will happen here? Okay, this is a structure of HCHO and here carbon has a delta positive. The oxygen over here has a delta negative. So this nucleophile can attack this delta positive over here. Similarly, let us look at the B option. B option has CH3 and once again the same molecule CH3, CHO. Here CH3 is a plus I group. Plus I, which means what? That it is increasing the electron density on this carbon. Hence this carbon is not that positively charged as compared to the HCHO. So what are we seeing here in the options? In the B, there is plus I effect. Similarly, the plus I effect is even increasing in the C option and it has increased the most in the D option. But that is increasing the electron density. So nucleophile will be most attacked by this HCHO species because it is the less electron rich species, isn't it? So A is the correct option. This is the most positive species amongst all the other options. Understood? We'll move forward now. The next question here, this. So you have been given an alkyne molecule, right? In the presence of sodium and liquid ammonia, you have to tell me the product number A and then we are reacting it with cold dilute KMnO4. Was this the question in your exam? Was this the question in your exam, bacha? Okay? When I react alkyne with sodium and liquid ammonia, what is the reaction? What is the reaction? You get a trans addition of hydrogen, isn't it? So a trans addition of hydrogen we will get. Here's the C right here. Once again, let me draw it once again. 1 second. Yes. So what is happening? Trans addition of hydrogen will happen. For example, here's the CH3. One of the hydrogen got added over here. So the other hydrogen will be added here. And this trans alkene would be the product. Trans product is the option number A. Similarly, what will be your option number B? You're trying to react this alkene with KMnO4 and what kind of? Cold and dilute. And whenever the alkene reacts with cold and dilute KMnO4, what happens? OH is added at the position of the double bond, isn't it? Oxidation of alkene happens to alcohol. So here the product will look like this. Here's the CH3, here's the CH3, right? For example, here's the H present, the OH will be here and the other OH will be here, the H will be here. So this kind of product would be formed, right? Right, now the question is number of oxygen atoms in product B. So there are 2 oxygen atoms. So the correct answer is option number D. Right, very good, very good. Whoever has answered option number D, very good. Okay, so now we have chemical kinetics question. Yes, I think this is repeated, ma'am, right?
Yeah. This was there. I think no, it wasn't yesterday. No. I mean, but it is a repeated question from one of the previous JEE. This is a JEE PYQ and this has come. So anyway, All right, let us solve it, everybody. So find out the ratio of T 99.9% and T 90% for first order, everybody. Since it is first order, I think we can directly write it as T 99.9% is equal to, we know that it is 2.303 divided by K. And what do we write? Log of initial concentration, which is supposedly 100 here because 99.9%, so it should be 100. 100 minus 99.9, if you do, it will be 0.1. And if you calculate this part, you will be getting 2.303 divided by K. And log of 100 divided by 0.1, that will be multiplied with 3, okay? Similarly, if we calculate it for 90%, we will be getting only 2.303 divided by K. Log 100 divided by 100 minus 90 will be 10, and this is equal to 1. So 2.303 divided by K. Now what do we need? We need the ratio, everybody. So since we need the ratio, it is going to be T 99.9 divided by T 90 is equal to, you know, this and this will be cancelled. So that means only 3 will be the answer. I hope that you have got this answer. Was it option C? Was it 3, everybody? No, it should be C, bacha. It should be C, not D at all. No, it has to be option C. So once again, plus 4. How many questions are done? This is question number 6. 6 4s are 24. Plus 24, everybody. Yes? Plus 24, right? Are we getting plus 24? Awesome. Chalo. All righty. Okay. All right. Let's move on towards the next question here. The next question, everybody, is find the ratio of shortest wavelength in Lyman and Balmer series for hydrogen atom. Guys, the shortest wavelength, if you remember, the previous day I had told you that the shortest wavelength is going to be the series limit. That means the last line. So shortest wavelength for Lyman, yes, for Lyman is going to be what? 1 by lambda is equal to RH multiplied with 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square. Yes, so that means I can write it as 1 by lambda. L I am writing just for our sake of understanding, and this will be equal to nothing but RH. Yes. Similarly, if I have to calculate it for Balmer series, how do I do it? Shortest wavelength, okay? Shortest wavelength of Balmer series, everybody, is going to be is equal to 1 by lambda b is equal to r multiplied with Balmer has the ground state as 1 by 2 square. 2 is the value, isn't it? So 1 by 2 square minus 1 by infinity square. Am I right? Absolutely yes. So that means that this will be r divided by 4. 2 2s are 4. Now what do we have to do? We have to calculate it as 1 by lambda L divided by 1 by lambda B. That means it can be written as lambda B divided by lambda L, which will be R divided by 4, and here also there will be R will be cancelled, so it will be 1 by 4. So answer is option A once again. Am I right, everybody? Yes, 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 absolutely. Plus 28. Awesome. Amazing. Plus 28 we have reached, everybody. Now let us take a look at which compound will absorb light at more frequency. But choose, if you remember, what was it? I had told you, right, that can't get, yes, XUV in my range, right? So it is cosmic, gamma, X-ray, UV, visible, infrared, microwave, and radio. So when you go from this side to this side, what happens? The wavelength increases, but what happens to frequency? Frequency decreases. Yes, frequency this side is more, and we know that wherever you have a strong field ligand, okay, a strong field ligand, bole to I'm writing it as SFL. SFL will absorb what? Less wavelength. Yes, a strong field ligand will absorb lesser wavelength, okay, lesser wavelength. That means more frequency or more energy. Yes, that means more frequency or more energy. So where do you have, in which of the options do you have a strong field ligand, guys? The moment you see it, you know H2O is a weak field ligand, Cl is an anionic ligand, Cl and H2O, both of them are weak field ligand. Only Cn, cyano, is a strong field ligand. Hence option C is your correct answer. Make sense or nonsense, guys? Now where have we reached? 8 4s are 32, plus 32. Are we getting plus 32? Awesome. Amazing. Chalo, moving on to the next question, everybody. Okay, structure based question. All right, guys, SF4, everyone. We all know that it has one lone pair this side, F and F. What is this? What is this shape? This shape, my dear students, is your seesaw. Okay. All right. Now, if we try to make the structure for BRF3, it is going to be a T shape. Right here, bromine will have 2 more lone pairs. Yes. So this is what BRF3. This is going to be your T shape. Okay. Now, if you do it for NH4 plus, this is going to be tetrahedral, and BrO3 minus is going to be pyramidal. So what is the correct answer, guys? It is A is 3, B is 4, C is 2, and D is 1. That means option B is your correct answer. Is this right? Is this right, everybody? Yes, option B is your correct answer. Amazing. Alrighty, moving on. Next question, everybody, is for you.
Yeah. Once again, which chapter is this? Biomolecules question. So in every shift you must expect at least one biomolecule question, right? Identify which of the base is not present in DNA, right? Which of the base is not present in DNA? Who all got it the correct? Who all got it as correct? So let us once again look at the structure of DNA and RNA. Right, DNA and RNA are made up of 4 kinds of bases. The 2 types are purines and pyrimidines. Right, so what is happening? The purines are same in both DNA and RNA, which is guanine, adenine, and even one cytosine. These 3 bases are common in DNA and RNA. But DNA has thymine in it, while the RNA has uracil in it. And you need to be very, very thorough with the structures of these compounds, right? As I put emphasis on remembering the structures of even the amino acids, right? Please expect in your next shift that you might get asked the structure of some kind of amino acid, because they have already asked you the structure of DNA and RNA. So that's going to be the trend that your exam will follow. Okay? Next is Riemann-Tiemann reaction involves the intermediate. Which intermediate does Riemann-Tiemann reaction involves? What reaction is Riemann-Tiemann? Once again, this is when I react phenol. What am I doing? I am reacting phenol with chloroform, CHCl3, right? In the presence of a strong base like KOH, then what is the product that I'm getting? This is the funda. This is the name reaction to form your salicylaldehyde as a product. Isn't it? This is one of the name reaction, as I told you to put emphasis on name reactions, right? Here, what is the intermediate formed? The intermediate formed is, can you see a base is there? And your chloroform is there. So what will do? Base gives out OH negative ion. What is the function of OH negative? To abstract the H plus ion. Isn't it? That is the function. So what will happen? Here CHCl3 plus your OH negative species will do what? Will abstract this H plus from here, and you will get a CCl3 product like this, right? This kind of product you will get with a negative charge. So this chlorine, because this is a very, very good leaving group, will leave once again. And the final product that you're going to be left with is a carbene molecule. Very, very important intermediate. When I've taught you the name reactions, I told you to emphasize on what kind of intermediates are formed in each and every reaction. So here a carbene is formed. Can you see? CCl2 kind of carbene. Carbene has how many electron system? This is once again a 6 electron species, which means this is electron deficient species. So the correct answer is your option number D, carbene. Who all did it correctly? Who all did it correctly? Yes, D is the correct answer. Very, very good. D is the correct answer, carbene. And you can look at the kind of intermediate formed in this species. This is the intermediate. Remember, the fixed intermediate, there are so many intermediates, right? But this is the most stable intermediate formed, right? Okay, now we're moving on to the next question. You have to match the following. This match the following. Okay, here once again, it is not very clear, but I'll tell you what the match the columns were. Just forget about it. This is from your haloalkanes and haloarenes chapter. Right at the end of the chapter, there are so many chlorofluoro compounds and their uses are given. So this is based on that. For example, what does iodoform does? So iodoform, which looks like this, CHI3, is a very, very good antiseptic. That was the answer to iodoform. Iodoform is a very, very good antiseptic. Understand this thing. Similarly, next is given DDT. DDT is what? DDT is dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, isn't it? This is a very, very good insecticide, which you've been learning about since, I don't know, your 7th standard, 8th standard, right? In even your environmental chemistry, you read about this, right? Next is your carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. It is a very good reagent. This is once again used in spray cans and whatever things, but this is majorly used as a fire extinguishing agent. Okay, so this was the answer to that. And let's look at chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons, right? What are they used for? These are very, very famous as refrigerants, right? These are very, very famous as refrigerants, and right now their uses have been minimized because they are responsible for the hole in your ozone layer, isn't it? Isn't it? So this is the answer to this question. Right here, you might not be able to see the match column very clearly, but I already told you the answers. If you matched it in that way, then your answer is absolutely correct. Right now, let's move on to the next question. Find the, okay, look at this question, guys. Find the functional group present in sulfonic acid, right? A very basic question. You've been using sulfonic acid so many times. So what is the structure of sulfonic acid? It looks like S double bond O, OH, right? And here some alkyl group would be present. So this is the structure of sulfonic acid, which looks like SO3H, right? So the correct answer is C. Once again, very easy, very basic chemistry question, right? C. Very, very good. Very, very good. The correct answer is C, right? Very good. Now let's move on to the next question. This again seems to be from chemical bonding.
Yes. And guys, this is a very easy peasy question. I suppose you all know this answer, and I really hope that you got it correct, because let's check it out, guys. sp3d2, everybody. sp3d2, how many orbitals are being used here? 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has to be octahedral, right? If it is sp3, that means that it will be tetrahedral. Yes, and we have read about it that if it is dsp2, that means 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 orbitals that are being used, and here you will get square planar. Yes, and finally, what do you have? sp3d. sp3d is going to be trigonal bipyramidal. So what is the answer? I think P is A, then sp3 is C. Yes, Q is C. Then you have R, that is dsp2. dsp2 is supposed to be D, that is square planar, and sp3d is supposed to be trigonal planar. So option A is your correct answer. Am I right, guys? Option A is your correct answer. Yes, and I really do not know. Once again, NTA seems like they are, you know, distributing marks basically. That's how it looks like now. Right, everybody? Yes, this is correct. So how much are we getting? 14 into 4. 4 4s are 16, 4 are 56 plus 56. Are we getting plus 56? Anybody? Yashwant is getting plus 56. Anup is getting plus 56. Krishna Mohan, Sankirtan, very good, very good. Yes, you guys are getting plus 56. Amazing. Okay. Moving on to the next question, everyone. This is once again yours, ma'am.
Yeah.
So let's look at this question. Similar question was asked yesterday, right? So if you saw the discussion of the yesterday paper, you might be very, very familiar with picric acid. Too many times this question was asked yesterday. We discussed it in very much detail. Statement 1. 2,4,6-trinitrotoluene is known as picric acid. Is this a true statement or a false statement? Let me know in the chat box. Is this a true or a false statement? 2,4,6-trinitro. Let me draw the structure. This is the benzene ring. Here's the toluene, and at the second position, here nitro group, it is saying here is the nitro group and here is the nitro group, right? So is this the structure of picric acid? No, this is a false statement. This is not the structure of picric acid. The structure of picric acid is like this. Here is the OH molecule and here are the NO2 groups. This is the correct structure of picric acid. Even in yesterday's shift, there was a question related to picric acid. So that's why I'm saying whatever concepts have been asked in the previous shifts, please go through those concepts once again, because from those concepts there will definitely be a question in your future shift in one way or the other, right? Statement number 2. Phenol can be converted into picric acid by the addition of, same question was there in the previous shift, yesterday's shift, okay? Can be converted into picric acid by addition of concentrated HNO3 in phenol 2,4-disulfonic acid. This is once again a true statement. What is written? That you have this kind of structure. This is a benzene ring, and at the second and the fourth position you have sulfonic acid, and when you're trying to react sulfonic acid with your concentrated HNO3 bachcha, then the products that you're gonna get is actually your picric acid. This is absolutely right statement. This similar statement is written in words in your haloalkanes and haloarenes textbook in your NCERT. Hence, going through NCERT according to the very new pattern that they are following for your JEE Mains is very, very crucial once again, right? Let's move on to the very next question, which is this. Which of the following is the correct metamer of? See, once again, metamerism is asked. If you revise organic chemistry with me, I told you to pay very much emphasis on the kind of isomerism, right? Once again, metamerism is asked. What is metamerism? Bacha, any functional group. Can you see what kind of functional group is this? This is a amide functional group, isn't it? So in any functional group, for example, here NH and CO group is attached, right? If here the R group is present and here the R dash is present, right? I can now, what can I do? This functional group is present somewhere in the middle, right? Now I can change the position of the alkyl groups attached to both sides, right? So I can write it like this as well. NH, C double bond O. Here the R dash will come and here the R will come. So what have I done? In metamerism, what is the process? The process is they will have same molecular formula, but the alkyl rings around the functional group will change. The number of alkyl rings or the kind of alkyl rings will change around the functional group. This is called a metamer. So where do you think this is happening? Look at the options over here. So the correct option that you can see is option number A. Did you do? How many of you did it correctly? Very good. I've received so many as A answers. Very, very good. So what is happening here? A phenyl ring would now be attached to the nitrogen, right? Phenyl ring gets attached to the nitrogen, and to the carbonyl group, the cyclohexane gets attached. So this is the metamer of this compound, isn't it? Everybody understood? Everybody understood? So we're moving on to the next question. This is again from your inorganic chemistry, right? What are we doing? Salt analysis. I told you to pay attention to another thing which is practical in organic chemistry. What do you have to do? There are so many ions given to you, right? And you have to identify what kind of reagents are used to identify these ions, these cations, isn't it? So once again, I'm going to show you the screenshot that is given in your NCERT. Can everybody see this screenshot? So can you see that
Pb2 plus belong to two groups, which is group 1 and group 2, right? And in group 2, what is happening? It gets precipitated out with the H2S gas in presence of dilute HCl, right? This was the option given. Wasn't this the option given with Pb2 plus? It would be option number B. Okay. Similarly for aluminium plus 3, what is happening with aluminium plus 3? You are using the reagent NH4OH in the presence of NH4Cl. Yesterday also this question was asked, right? In yesterday's shift also the same question was asked. Similarly, can you see manganese gets precipitated out with H2S in presence of NH4OH. Similarly, your strontium plus 2 gets precipitated out with ammonium carbonate in presence of NH4OH. So all these options are given in just one table. Even if you went through this table right before your exam, you will be scoring +4 marks for this question once again. Right? Right? Let's move on to the next question. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Guys, this question is from your DNF block, everybody. Yes, and this is related to the oxidation state. So if we take a look at it, what do you have? You have CRO, you have Cr2O3, and you have CrO3, everybody. Yes, so that means that if we talk about CRO, Cr right here is in +2 oxidation state. If it is in +2 oxidation state, that means from 3d5-4s1, it is going to be 3d4. If there are 4 unpaired electrons, then how much should be the magnetic moment? It should be around 4.8. Am I right? Absolutely. Now, if we talk about Cr2O3, this, everybody, is your basic oxide. Yes, because this is in a lower oxidation state +2. If we talk about Cr2O3, can you tell me what is the oxidation state here? 3 2s are 6, and here there are 2 Cr. That means it is going to be in +3 oxidation state. That means that 3d3 will be it. So 3 unpaired electrons, that means if we calculate the magnetic moment, it is going to be around 3.87 or 3.9. Now, here they have said find the sum of magnetic moment of the basic and the amphoteric oxides. Just the basic and the amphoteric oxides, everybody. CrO3, yes, CrO3 is acidic. However, even if you have by mistake added this number, you should still be getting the correct answer. CrO3 is in which state, guys? This is in +6 oxidation state, and it will be 3d5-4s1. That means it has 0. Yes, this is 3d0, 4s0. That means there will be no magnetic moment, 0. If we add this 4.8 plus 3.87, you should be getting somewhere around 8.76 magnitude, isn't it? 8.76 should be the 8.76 should be the magnetic moment. Is this the answer that you guys got, everybody? Yes. Up to 2 decimal was required. Yes, up to 2 decimal was required. So even if it is that, it will be around 4.86. I'm guessing. I haven't calculated it, but you can calculate 4 plus 2 root over. If you do, how much will you be getting? It should be around 4.8, 4.9, isn't it? Yes, 9 was the integer. If it has asked you closest integer, then 8.76 can be definitely written as a 9. So 9 would be the correct answer if it is about closest integer. It's for very good. Chalo, moving on to the next question, everybody. The next question is, which of the following are element of lanthanide series? Okay, lanthanide series, everybody. Europium is a lanthanide series. Okay, europium is a lanthanide series. This belongs to actinide. Cadmium does not belong to F block. Yes, then you have Tb, and then you have erbium. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the correct answer. Am I right, everybody? Yes. Is 5 the correct answer, guys? 5 is the correct answer, right? 5 is the correct answer. Am I right, everybody? Yes, plus 72. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yes, that's amazing. Yes. Yes, 5 is the correct answer. Absolutely, absolutely. Chalo. Moving on to the next question, guys. The next question is, which of the following have negative electron affinity? Okay, negative electron affinity. Let's check it out, guys. Beryllium. What is electronic configuration of beryllium? It is 1s2, 2s2. Do you think that it would want to accept another electron and shuffle its stable state? Not at all, right? So this can be negative positive electron affinity. Then you have nitrogen to N minus. Now nitrogen also has 2p3, isn't it? Nitrogen has 2p3. This is half fill stability. Would it want to accept another electron and disturb the stability? Not at all. So once again, this can be the answer. Oxygen to O2 minus. Now for oxygen, whenever you are trying to push 2 electrons, it is going to be difficult, isn't it? It is going to be difficult. Hence, this should also be the answer. Now Na to Na minus, that means it has to accept 1 electron. Sodium has, sodium has S1, configuration is S1, so yes, it can accept another electron and it can go to the stable state, fully filled S orbital, that is S2. So this will not be the answer. For aluminium as well, because it is 3p1, there is a tendency that they can accept, it is possible for aluminium to accept 1 electron and become Al minus. So ideally your answer should be option B, that is ABC. Is that right, everybody? Is that right, everyone? Are you guys getting it? Yes? Are you guys getting ABC? Am I right, everybody? Yes? So once again, another +4. Awesome. Alrighty. Yes. With okay, next question, everybody, is again organic chemistry.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's it. We are done with the inorganic and the physical part of the question. So I'll see you in the next shift, guys. I'll see you in the next shift. All right. Yes.
Yeah. All the best for that.
Yeah. All the best for that.
Okay, so let's do this question. Number of molecules which can show hydrogen bonding among these are. What do you think will show hydrogen bonding? Let us see. The condition for hydrogen bonding is either the compound should have a hydrogen atom plus any electronegative atom, like most electronegative atoms like your nitrogen, oxygen or fluorine. That is it. Only with these atoms the hydrogen bonding is shown. With none other atom the hydrogen bonding is shown. Let us see one by one. There is methanol molecule. Definitely will show the hydrogen bonding, isn't it? H2O, once again oxygen and hydrogen are present, will definitely show hydrogen bonding. This is a ethane molecule. Ethane is a non-polar molecule. There is no electronegative atom in it. So this will not show hydrogen bonding. This is a benzene molecule. Once again a very non-polar molecule. There is no electronegative element in it. Therefore will not show any hydrogen bonding. But look at this kind of compound over here. This is 2-nitrophenol, isn't it? Here what is happening, this hydrogen can form bonding with this electronegative nitrogen or even a more electronegative oxygen. With both it can form hydrogen bonding, isn't it? Okay, so this will definitely show hydrogen bonding, which is the intramolecular. Within the same molecule hydrogen bonding is shown. Your HF molecule, once again hydrogen and fluorine are present together, one electronegative atom, hence this will definitely show intermolecular. Between two molecules, between two HF molecules, there will be hydrogen bonding like this. This is the between HF, this is bacha covalent bond, right? Hydrogen bonding is shown between two different molecules. This is between this fluorine and this hydrogen. This will be your H bonding. Understand the difference. This is intermolecular. Between two molecules hydrogen bonding will be there, but between one molecule the bonding that is present is a covalent bond. I hope you know this difference right now. Okay? Now, the ammonia molecule once again will show intermolecular hydrogen bonding, because nitrogen and hydrogen both are present. Definitely will show intermolecular hydrogen bonding. I hope this thing is clear to everybody. We will move on. So, how many molecules are there? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So, the correct answer is 5. Okay? If you did this, you are absolutely right. Correct. The correct answer is 5. This question, once again, a Riemann-Tiemann question, but we do not know in what format the question was asked. Was the question asked in this format, bacha? Which of the following is not the intermediate observed in the Riemann-Tiemann reaction? Was this the question asked? Was this the question asked, not the intermediate, or was the question, what is the intermediate, right? So we do not know what the actual question is, because students sent us both kind of questions. So we're going to discuss both kind. Okay? So we already discussed in the previous question that the intermediate formed in the Riemann-Tiemann reaction is what? Your carbene, right? But let us look how Riemann-Tiemann reaction actually takes place. Riemann-Tiemann reaction actually takes place like this. So what is the reactants for Riemann-Tiemann? There is a CHCl3 molecule plus KOH molecule, which is a very, very strong base. So the strong base will do what? It will abstract the hydrogen from here, and once again one more chlorine will go away, and this kind of carbene structure you will get. Now what will happen? The carbene is electron deficient, right? Understand this thing. Carbene was just a 6 electron species. So this is electron deficient. Now look at the phenol given over here. This H once again can be abstracted by the base, right? So what will be formed? This O minus ion can be formed here. O minus ion, and hence this ion can move in the entire ring, and a negative charge can be created over here. Okay? Now this negative charge created over here will now attract this carbene over here. Now the next intermediate that is formed looked like this. This is the intermediate, right? So please focus on the mechanism of this reaction. Now what will happen? The hydrogen from here goes to this carbon atom, and the chlorine from here, once again one chlorine leaves. Okay, now the next step is, now once again the OH negative would attack on this, and this kind of structure would be formed, and once again what will happen? OH negative takes away the H plus, and you're going to get this aldehyde as a product, and once again the H plus would once again come back to the oxygen over here, and the final result that you're gonna get is this product called the salicylaldehyde product, right? So what kind of intermediate is finally not formed? This CHCl3 intermediate. Why? Because this is what we took as a reactant. This is the reactant. CHCl3 is the reactant. How can it be the intermediate? This is definitely formed. Even this is formed, and even this is formed as the intermediate. But CHCl3 is not formed as the intermediate. How did we know that? Through the entire mechanism. So Riemann-Tiemann is your favorite reaction for your Riemann-Tiemann, Wolff-Kishner, and even your Rosenman reduction, right? These are your favorite reactions for the examiner. So please go through them, right? Please go through them. Okay? You understood this question? This was all we had, combining physics, which Shreya sir already took, combining mathematics by Namrata ma'am, and chemistry by me and Namamita ma'am. We've discussed the entire session. We're going to come back and solve more questions with you guys for the next evening shift. So stay right tuned if you have your exam on Monday or even on your Tuesday. Okay, all the best. Thank you guys for attending the session. If you have any doubts related to especially organic chemistry, you can reach out to me and send me your questions at Nandini JEE. Nandini JEE. This is my Telegram channel. Okay? Till your exams are going on, I am trying my best to help students out on this channel. You can join it. Thank you for attending. Bye-bye.